Hello there. Hello there. This is Roz from My Best Day. How are you today? As I said last week, I'm starting my program once again and my show. And my purpose is to empower, enlighten, and encourage others. Um, I've been doing My Best Day for it'll be 22 years, March 1st. I was having a meeting, but Corona has kind of diminished that. So now we're on the show. I still text over 300 people every day because that's what I have. That's what God has me to do. And you'll hear me talk a lot about God because God saved the record wrench as I was, and there's still work to be done on me, but I'm truly grateful to that. And I pray that you feel the same way about your journey because our journeys, we've met today and hopefully it'll continue. And before I go forward, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. And my favorite part of saying that prayer is glory, because through it all, God has stepped into my life. For those that don't know or do know, my drug addiction, all kinds of things that have gone on in my life. And that's what I like to talk about. The struggle became a victory. The things that I went through has come my testimony. You know, um, and learning things, how to live the best I can instead of just living on GP. You know, God has saved a record wrench like me that I could be in the position that I am. I don't have a lot, but I got enough. And see, that's what we have to understand. God will give you your heart's desire. He'll give you the things that you need. He'll even give you some of the things that you want. They may not come when you want them, but you can believe they're always on time. You know, I was talking to someone earlier. I watch a little bit of the news to find out what's going on in Connecticut and around the world. I know they had a walkathon, you want to say, for the young ladies that died, and they're making the power of women to be stronger. Women have always been strong, but we somehow sit in the background and let our other cohorts be them mate and whatever else you want to say. But today, it's important that we as people, not just it's Black Lives Matter, White Lives, everybody's life matters to to the degree that we're all important. I'm an important individual today. I don't have to depend on someone else that got two legs to do for me because God takes care of me. The things that I need, the desires that I have, He takes care of me, and I truly can raise my hand to that. I have 4 children, 7 grandchildren, and one great. Thank you, Jesus. And I saw my great grandson today. He's a little over a month old. I'm like, wow. you know, and I'm so grateful. The other day, my aunt called me. She's 86. Um, she lives in right now Maryland. And I want to go see her, but these knees and the ankle, like, good Lord. I used to could walk a mile. Now walking down the steps, I have to say, hold up, I can't do that. Like they had the walkathon for women. Yeah, baby. It don't work like that for me today. Ain't nothing. I remember I used to go on the for walking for the babies and the cancer walk. Did it all. Well, sisters and brothers, that ain't my forte today. Today I'll sit in the car. I'll meet you when you get there. Because my body just, and I ain't gonna blame it on the drugs. I'm gonna blame it. I ain't blaming it on nothing. I'm 70, so I need to sit down somewhere. But I'm truly grateful when I look back over my life and where I am today. And I think about my children and where they are. My son in California, he called me today. And he's at a church. He said, "Mom, I'm on payroll." I was like, "Wow, go ahead, boy." But he's doing well. You know, my son Roland, he's doing well. My other son, I talked to him today in this Florida. I don't know about that. They got alligators in Florida. Okay, and I just ain't there. But I'm gonna visit him. I hope if I can get around the alligators. But my son has a friend, Jay, that lives in Florida, and he lives in Jacksonville. And they pay for my trip to go visit. And I notice when you go in the house and they have a deck, the deck is up. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking maybe that's because of the alligators that might fly in there, but I don't know. But life, you know, you have to be grateful. No matter where you are in your life, be grateful for where you are. Hold on 1 minute. Who are you talking to? Because I can hear you. I hate to be loud, but I am. Okay, somebody's talking, but they're not there. Okay, that's all right. I was like, "Who's he talking?" He said, "I'm gonna be quiet. You ain't gonna know I'm there." I said, "Okay, but be lying." That's all right. You don't have to be sorry. But I have this show for me is as I said, to encourage, enlighten, and empower others. To tell you, no matter where you are in your life, it's okay. You know, um, I'm looking at the news as I said, and Biden, he's going through his thing. They talking about I don't even want to say that word that start with a W. That Putin wants to do this and whatever. When I was a kid, a youngster, we would never look at the news. My parents did. Now I understand why. Because there was a lot of stuff going on, just like with us. We need to be aware of what's going on. Um, the things that happen, if we don't know, we can't help do anything about it. You know, when I was around when the Vietnam War, I know that they were taking all the black boys. I knew that. Some of them didn't come back, but I wasn't in there. But we need to be in the know because these are our grandchildren for people that are my age. If there's a, I think the youngsters or the 8 to 20-year-olds, they should go to the service as long as there ain't no war. But they still should go because they get to travel. I have a sister that retired 20 years. She was 20 years. She retired from the Air Force. I'm so proud of her. She retired. I think she was like 46. Get out of here. 46, and she was a sergeant major when she finished. Black woman. Think about it. You know, and it's an honor. I talked to her yesterday. Because family, we have to stay connected. I tell him a story about my son Roland. Him and I, he was very upset with his mama, because I wouldn't babysit. And our lives, we have to grow on our past, from our past. I remember when I was a drug addict, and the last night that I got high, I stayed with my mom. I was displaced. My baby was 3 months old, the one that's in California. He's 29 now. And I wanted to go out and get high. I tell the story because our lives are made up of our history, and she And my mother would always babysit. You just asked. Well, this night, and I claim it to be June 27th, 1992. And I asked my mom, I said, and I always remember what she said. It saved my life. I said, Mom, will you babysit? She said, no, take him with you. I said, what? No, she didn't. Well, yes, she did. And at the time, I was so, we get angry at people because they say no, because they don't do what we want them to do. But some things the things they say are for her good. That was for my good, and I just didn't see it. And at the time, my mother had mice. She lived in Father Banner Village, and she had mice. Okay, I'm very afraid of mice. Anyway, I had my own room, and I had my baby, and I had him, Randy, and I laid him on the bed, and I was gonna wrap him up because it was a nice night, you know, and I was like, oh, I don't care about her. I was just mumbling and talking to myself. I was having a good old time cussing her out. She just didn't hear me, you know. So I laid him on the bed, and I was getting ready to pick him up, and something blinked out my eye, and to this day I don't know, but I'm gonna say it because it saved my life. A mouse either ran out of his blanket or over his blanket, and I just panicked. I picked him up. My mother lived on the first floor, and I ran in the hallway, and I looked up in the sky, and it was such a beautiful sky. And every time I think about it, I think of the blessings of God, because when I looked up, I cried out to God. Look, I say, Lord, look what I've done to my children, because I'm afraid. If you see my hand jumping, that's another element of me. But anyway, so I cried out to God, and later on I learned what that was. To cry out to God was an inner cry to a higher spirit. And when I cried out to God, we may not think that He hears us in our way. Well, as I said, it was June 27th, 1992. From that day to this day, I have not drank or drugged. And that's because God saved me. I was delivered right then and there. And what got me delivered was, no, take him with you. And the reason I'm saying that, because my son Roland wanted me to babysit, and I didn't even think about it. And I said, no, I'm tired. He got instantly upset with his, what? You're not gonna babysit. You said, you told me anytime somebody take, because he said I told him that I would babysit. I said, I can change my mind. It's a different life now. But anyway, for a week, and then he kept calling me. I wouldn't answer. So then he wouldn't answer me. But by God's grace, that next week, he gave me a kiss. So we're fine now. But that no saved my life. And sometimes no's will save your life. I pray that it may have Roland to understand, and you to understand. Just because someone says no to you, it's not that it shouldn't be devastating. It's a lesson. You have to find that lesson, and we all got one coming. A no has to come. And Roland had used to tell me. He said, "Ma, I didn't think nobody's supposed to tell me no." I said, "Well, excuse me." You know, because he did his thing. Like mama likes son. But today I can say that God has delivered him as He delivered me. My children are doing well. They're being who they're supposed to be. I try to have my children be independent, and I'm grateful for that. Like having Randy all the way in California, he tells me, he reminds me, Mom, I've been in Cal. I'm all by myself. I don't know nobody there. I said, mm-hmm. But that was his choice. And when you make a choice, you have to be responsible for the choices you make. You know, I did my drugs. I chose to. Nobody made me. I thought it was a good thing. And now as I look back over my life, I wasted many things. You know, I've been an alcoholic, a drunk, whatever. If you give it to me, I'll drink it, you know, but now I can't do those things. And I don't want my children to do it, but they have to walk their own journey. Everyone has a journey. Everyone has something that they have to overcome. Now, how you do that is up to you. When I have issues in my life and things that I don't understand, I just say Jesus, because that's the most powerful name that you could ever use. It's Jesus, because he will cover you, he will keep you, he will love on you. And the thing is, those are the things that we have to do for other people. We have to love on people, love on your neighbor, love on yourself, love on your children, love on your parents, love on your sister who you don't like. It's all right. She'll be fine. you know, we have to love people just because they're people. I my two brothers stay with me. It is tough, you know. Sometimes it's tougher than other times, but they are individuals. They got their own way of doing things, their own way of thinking. But you know what? I can't turn my back on them because they are my brothers. And because they my brothers, you see my eyes looking because somebody doing something over there. I'm not mentioning no names. But I am truly grateful today because if it had not been for God, where would I be? But I understand that there's a place for all of us to be. One of the members of the church called me. She's in a hospital, and I'm going to go see her tomorrow. And there was another lady that I worked for that in the hospital. I was intending on going to see her today, but I didn't. So tomorrow will be my hospital visits. And see, these are the things that we need to do. We need to go out and visit people that are in the hospital, show love that people need to see. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it. Can I say so? No. He's doing it. Oh, he gotta go after get rid of me. Then he got something else to do. But I want. I'm here just to have a talk. If anyone's on the show, is anyone out there and they want to say something, please do. And if you just want to watch, what I need you to do is share. Something else I need. Like and share and subscribe. There you go. Because now we're gonna be on YouTube and Facebook. He's reaching. Go ahead. Okay. I don't know, but I'm not here. I'm here to have fun. I like to talk. I like to explain that it's not so bad what life is. It sucks sometimes. I'm gonna be honest. People say you can't say that. Yes, you can. Some days you wake up and stump that big toe and it be hurting. But some days you wake up and it's beautiful. But even if you stump your toe, you can get a band-aid. You'll be fine. But I just want people to understand that it's okay. Out of all the things I've gone through in my life, I have a good life. It may not be great like someone else's, but that's not where I'm supposed to be. Where I am is to be contented in the space that God has left for me. The drugs I did, come on now. I tell people, I said, when you get a certain age, Everything's hurt that you didn't even know. Have you heard of my heel hurt? My heel? How does my heel hurt? And I went to, I go to the whatever they call them names. I go to the doctor. He says, "Well, I hear that all the time." I said, "Yeah, because you work on the foot. I don't. I've never heard my foot. Your heel, not my foot, my heel. One of them." I've had chemo, so they said it's the chemo. Whatever. Yeah. But the thing is, I have my own story of my journey that I'm surviving. Like my aunt, she's 86. She might be more, but we'll say 86. That's a good number. And she had 3 children and a husband, and all her children are gone. And when we went to her last daughter's funeral, Pecan, she said, "I'm the last one left." It's like, wow. You know, can you may not imagine that, but can you imagine the stories that she has gone through? My cousins ain't no wasn't no joke. However, they're gone now. I was thinking about my sister, my baby sister Jean. She died a few years back, and the other day I just got an overwhelming cheerfulness. You know, and I just like, wow, she's gone. And then I saw her grandson. He had went to North Carolina because that's where she's buried, and he was at the gravesite because every time we go to North Carolina, we try to go Mother's Day because that's a family reunion, and we always go to the all the because my aunt, my mother, her, my other sister, cousins are buried at at a plot of our namesake, and it's like, wow. And he just loved his grandmother because my sister Jean was an awesome woman. Her kids, her grandkids, and her children love her to death because she would pop them in a minute. She didn't really care. She really kick you. It's like, you better go somewhere and sit down. But it's awesome, and they still remember her. You know, her granddaughter, she get emotional sometimes when she thinks about her. She'll be on Facebook. I just miss my grandmother. And that's life. We're all gonna leave sooner or later, but that's why live your best life. You know, do the best you can with what you have. Don't be downing people, talking about people, treating people bad. Understand that you have the power because God given it to you to love on other people as yourself. Because I want people to love me, you know, just as I love them. But say to have a friend, show yourself friendly. So that's what I try to do. Now I may talk junk to you because that's my business, but I just want people to understand it's okay. It's okay to sometimes just don't feel good. Go lay down. But don't cuss nobody out just because you can, because you got a mouth. Understand that, if somebody come at you in the wrong way, they just might be having a bad day. You don't have to get them back because of that. You know, just understand it's okay. Life is good for me. I'm grateful for these 7. I never thought I'd live past 21, and I done hit 70. Come on now. I don't know what that's about, but it is what it is. And I have friends that I truly love, and I believe they love me. But we have to understand that love on other people. You know, um, this is the second show that I've done. I started last month. Sorry, excuse me, last week. Now, and I'm trying to work it so we get people to respond, and no one seems to respond today, but it's okay. I'm working at this. I'm trying to get out there and let you know, no matter what it is, it's okay. Because somebody somewhere needs to hear you, needs to speak to you. You know, I may have a bad situation going on, give or take, but think about someone else. I think about Biden, our president. Can you imagine? He got the money, he got the place, he got all that, but baby boy got issues going on. People hating on him, not because, just because he's in that chair, you know, you know. So people are not always, you know, what you want them to be. I cannot, Jalinda. We thank you. I appreciate that. I want you to hear me. I want you to know that it's all right. And no matter where you are today, this is your best day. That's my motto on my best day, because all the stuff that we lived through, this point, this avenue, this day is your best day. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I make plans. It was a while years ago. I couldn't plan then because it never worked. And sometimes I wonder, like, why didn't it work? Maybe I didn't put enough effort into it. You know, Today I have a plan for tomorrow. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go visit two people in hospital, and then whatever happens happens. If I don't get to don't get to the points today, I had 4 or 5 points. I got 3 done. The other 2, I was like, okay, I'll do them another day. But I tried, and you can't fail unless you can't fail. If there's something that you have to do, do it. And if it doesn't turn out today, tomorrow. The young lady, I was going to go in the hospital and go see her today. And I went and watched TV and relaxed. I'll do it tomorrow. Now I know that it has to be done. People depend on us, on you, on me, you know? But you can't, like I said, I laid down, so I'm arrested now. So when I go tomorrow, because I have to be at the hospital, and I found out you should only be in the hospital to visit somebody about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, up to about 10 minutes, because the other people be bothering them, and there ain't too much you could say anyway. Because the lady said, you could come about 10 minutes. I said, okay. And those are things that we must do. Go visit the sick. Pray for the sick. Pray for yourself. He's messing with stuff again, guys. Look. Uh-oh. He's moving stuff. You got it? But and like this person that I'm not gonna mention their names, they're awesome. I haven't been around for about a year, and then I say, "You want?" He said, "Sure." I was like, "You don't have to do that," but we're on the same page because the spirit comes together. Spirit knows spirit. Keep it more video. Keep it with more video. Okay, I don't know what that means. Someone's talking on the keep it with more videos. What does that mean?
That's like what he's saying is keep bringing more positive.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Akeem. I appreciate that. You know, we have to love on one another. And sometimes, as I said, I text over 300 people every day. It's sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to get up, but I get up at 4 o'clock, start texting. That's what I do. And sometimes I never know. I read my Bible, I pray, and then I let it flow. And I tell people it's what God puts in me. See, God has something in you for your good and someone else's. Don't be afraid. When I was out on the street, I walk wherever I want, when I want, and when I wanted to. Today, I locked my car door. Kick. I don't know why, but I do. Because it ain't like it was, you know? But I understand today. I understand that God loves me and He covers me, but I'm not foolish. Years ago, I was foolish. There's a lot of things that happened in my life that I'm not proud of, and there's some things that I'm grateful for. Because if it had not been for God, where would I be? You know, with my children. For my children, this old crackhead, that God changed her life. Today, I help. I'm a home health aide. I tell people I clean butt. Years ago, I was a computer operator. I worked in a factory. I worked in the fields. I did all that. And now I clean butt. Okay, whatever. But and part of that, my mother, that was an awesome woman. But again, at one time I couldn't stand her. I thought she was holding me back. I was holding me back. Because my mother hid the fact that we had more than we needed. I mean, enough. Not more. She hid the fact. I used to go to AA, and after I did, you do at the AA, you get up, you tell your story, and a young man came and said, "You were poor." I was like, "I was." It shocked me. My mother hid all that from me. You know, we ate, we had clean clothes. She went to work. I didn't work back then, but we didn't miss no bill. All the bills got paid by her and my father when they were together. We went on vacation. My mother and father would come home, and we always had a station wagon and a dog. And she would go, "At your level, you can speak to their power." Yes, yes. She they would come home like on the when they got off work, like, "Let's go, get a bag, put everything in the bag, put the dog in it, because we had a station wagon." North Carolina, 13 hours. Friday, and we come back on Monday. We never went to school on Monday, but that was all right. But poor people don't go on vacation. So he didn't understand what I was saying, but it's okay. We have good life, you know? Uh my moving man over here, he's throwing up a finger. I've been talking a while though. But the Lord willing, next today Sunday, 4:30, I'll be back on, and I pray that I said some things or saying the things that you need to hear, and you can always type in, and we go from there. I just want to empower you to understand it's okay, and with that, you'll know that whatever happens, God got this. He got your back, your front, and everything that's connected you. So all you got to do is trust Him and know that all will be well. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Glory. Have a blessed and wonderful evening. Thank you very much. See you next time. We're still here.